Batman: Assault on Arkham is directed by Jay Oliva and Ethan Spalding, and is stars Kevin Conroy back as Batman, Neil McDonough, Hayden Walsh, Matthew Gray Gilbert, and is a story about, well, the Suicide Squad, a group of criminals brought together by Amanda Waller to form Task Force X, and their first mission is to get the Riddler's cane, which has certain information that she needed to know. No spoilers. So she gathered this group of criminals: Harley Quinn, Deadshot, Captain Boomerang, Killer Frost, Black Spider, and they all come together, including King Shark, and they all come together, and if they do not complete this mission, they will die. And if they disobey an order, they will die. But if they get out of the mission completed, they live and they get their prison sentences off. So, what are my thoughts on this animated film? I fucking love it. I mean, this is, in my opinion, also what the Suicide Squad live action film could have been like, and what I briefly hoped that the live action film could have taken inspiration from. I mean, don't get me wrong, I really did like this film. I actually love it, but I really like it in a way that it's just fun, just a fun movie with cool characters. My problems are with the story and its villain, and how I believe that the story could have been much different. I still stand by my grade of an A-, but overall I did notice a few more problems, not noticeable, but really did kind of bog the movie down just a tad bit. Still really love it, still recommend it, but this is what that movie could have been like. Let's start with the things I like, but there are a few problems, so you know what? Let's just go over them first. For one, there is like one scene where the animation could have been a little bit better. I mean, it just felt like straight to TV. And that really did bug me. Even rewatching it many times, trying to analyze it, still really bugged me. I mean, it's just an awkward animated scene that I think could have been better. I'm not going to spoil what it is, but overall, that is probably my only nitpick. And my other problem, that another villain called K-Beast, this is probably going to be the only spoiler in this review, so spoiler warning: K-Beast dies. I compare him to Slipknot. In my opinion, is one of the worst film characters ever put on screen. He doesn't do anything, and when he's introduced to the team, he instantly dies. I mean, I know this is a nod to the Slipknot death in the original comics, but couldn't you kill him in the middle of the movie instead of the start? But overall, those are like my only two issues. They're really brief. I fucking loved Batman: Assault on Arkham so much, I will call it Suicide Squad: Assault on Arkham. So, yeah, let's start with the positive now. For one, the whole squad members: Harley Quinn, Killer Frost, Deadshot, King Shark, Black Spider, Captain Boomerang, their relationship together is just on point. They look like they're having fun. They know that they're in a really bad situation, and they do sometimes try to find a way to get out of that situation and get these bombs off their necks. And there is a lot of great action sequences that are really well animated. I mean, every time each action scene starts, it's just enthralling. And the beginning, the credits are just magnificent. The way they introduce the characters is kind of like in the Suicide Squad live action film, except a little bit shortened, but still yet very, very entertaining. Amanda Waller. She is ruthless. I always love to see a ruthless Amanda Waller because her character is something that I haven't really seen before in any comic book movies. But I love this character. She is just so badass. And again, at the end of the movie, like with the end credits, the Suicide Squad, the end credits scene, we do get to see that she does know Batman, has some information stored away from Batman that she's keeping from him. And I really like to see more interaction between the two characters in other future films, including live action ones, if they ever do Suicide Squad 2. Other than that, Amanda Waller in the animated film is awesome. Deadshot. Again, he is the man that never misses, who kills people for money and tries to reunite with his daughter. And again, he was a badass. I love Deadshot. I actually think that he is my favorite character in the movie. He had so much problems. He's just a really likable guy. And sometimes I don't think of him as a villain, even though he is. I feel like he's sometimes just a guy trying to do good with his daughter. And only his daughter. But other than that, he is awesome in every scene he's in. King Shark, I would say that maybe Killer Croc won't work in this film. I think King Shark was the better choice, and he was awesome. He headbutts people, he eats them, he is ruthless. I love King Shark. Killer Frost, another DC animated villain. I would say that she has the least character development. There is a few things with her with the Riddler that you might think that she has a bit of a history with him, but overall, her character isn't as intriguing as the others. But other than that, I think she is a pretty cool character. She is awesome. Her powers were well utilized in every scene. And she was a welcome presence. And finally, well, not finally, I still have Black Spider. Harley Quinn was exactly the Harley Quinn I know and love. She is funny, she is sexy, she is manipulative. Again, we get a more abusive side to her in the Joker. And the relationship in the film is on point. I loved it. And Black Spider, as I mentioned earlier, he was awesome. Again, not as much substance. We do know that he doesn't want to be a villain, even though he is. He's just an anti-hero, but still killed people, which put him in this situation. So, he's a pretty cool character. He had enough character development, but I could have wished a little bit more for him. Him and Killer Frost are the least developed characters, and in my opinion, my least favorite. I enjoyed all the characters, but I say that those two were my least favorite of the group. But the whole group as a team, how they work together to get the job done, is awesome. The movie is also very well animated. As I said, that one scene could have been better. Overall, the animation in this movie is spectacular. It's colorful. It's also really dark. The humor is on point. They utilize the humor and darkness very well, and is so twisted that this is the Suicide Squad kind of movie leaped from the page to the screen. Batman, Kevin Conroy, awesome. Does not have that much to do in this film. He's not like the main focus, but overall, I love seeing Batman in this film. I love Kevin Conroy as the voice. He was spectacular, and I can't wait to see more of him and what he could do in the next DC animated film, which I heard was about Harley Quinn and Batman. Overall, I love this animated film. Not a lot of people will probably like it as much as I did. It was so much fun. It was so twisted and dark. The characters were awesome. The story is so simple, but this is what it needed. I feel like the Suicide Squad is working with just simple stories and not other stories all mixed in one. So for these reasons, I'm going to give Batman Assault on Arkham an A. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave a like, subscribe, comment, and I will see you guys next